Hi guys, this is a quick video explaining what Supervertaler is and how to use it. Hopefully it won't take too long. I'll try to keep it short. So Supervertaler is, it's two programs. If you go to the website, you'll see that it is Supervertaler Workbench, which is a Python program, which is free and open source, and Supervertaler for Trados, which is a plugin that works inside Trados. And this is a paid plugin. So if you click on this one, you'll be taken here, and this shows you a little bit about what it is, and you can also download it on the RWS App Store now. I just managed to get it on there, and let's take a look what it looks like. So when you open Trados, if you want to find Supervertaler for Trados, you go to the View menu, and it will be right here. Well, first you have to install it, but what you'll download is basically you'll download one of these plugins. You'll double click that, and then you select preferably this one, and then next, and you install it. Once it's installed, you open Trados, and you'll find Supervertaler TermLens, Supervertaler Assistant. So the program is split into two components basically. This is the Supervertaler TermLens window, which is the terminology component. And over here you'll find Supervertaler Assistant, which is basically just a dockable panel, just like all the other ones. Here's the built-in Trados one, and I'll click back into Supervertaler Assistant. And you can move these anywhere you want, so you can just drag this and move it over here, or move this down here. You can move it around wherever you want. So the terminology window, which is Supervertaler TermLens, shows you all the matches in your term base in the order of the sentence. So if you look here, this is the source sentence, and it's here. I won't hover over everything. So you'll see the source sentence is here. And now I also have, normally I'd have this closed, but this is the term recognition window, the old-fashioned Trados one. And that is because I have also attached a multi-term term base. So I've got a multi-term term base attached, which is why you're seeing these hits. And all these hits are the Supervertaler version. And if you hover over them, you'll see all sorts of things. Like I can add let me add sorry. Sorry. So the green ones, those are for multi-term. So you can only, this is a read-only system. These ones, the blue ones, are from Supervertaler. So if you want to edit a blue one, you right-click, edit, and you have a whole thing here to edit terms. And you can add abbreviations and synonyms. I'll go into this in another video. If you want to add a note, for example, this is a note. There you go. Then it suddenly gets this little thing here, which indicates that there's metadata. You hover over it and you see the note. So yeah, and yellow is non-translatables. There's all sorts of different things you can do. Let's try and translate this project. So to do that, you'd go into the Supervertaler Assistant tab, and you'd go to Batch Operations, and you would do Translate, and we're going to do Auto Prompt, which is, it'll analyze the project and it will create a prompt for me. And you can also adjust some settings before you do that, because they'll be relevant. So Auto Prompt is going to look at a couple of things. It's going to look at any TM matches. It's going to include the full document context. You can say how many segments. You can include term definitions and domains, so the metadata. And you can select here which term bases you want to be sent to the to be used when generating the prompt. So I have a big multi-term one here, which I'm going to switch off because that will just mess everything up. So we'll do that. And what we're going to do is we'll just click this. And now it's analyzing the project. This is going to take a little bit of time, hopefully not too long. I wanted to generate a good prompt, so I have it set to Claude Sonnet 4.6. You can get even better if you use Opus 4.6, which is a little bit slower even. So it's thinking now. So look, it's taken 21 segments, which is the whole project. It's a small project. And at term-based terms, it's taken 10 of them. It's not taking anything from the multi-term one. It's only taking stuff from the ones we selected. And there's also a filtering system, so it only looks for terms that are actually present in my project. And if it has matches in a glossary, in a term base, it will send those. So still waiting for that. See if there's anything else I can show you. Let's take a look over at the website again while we wait. There's also a really good help system. So if you go to the website and you click help, that will take you to here. I'm working on a help system, and all of the things in the help system can be accessed from the program. So let's say I'm in the program and I'm in this window. Wherever you see a little question mark, you can click it and you can say Supervertaler Assistant Help. Click that and it takes you to the relevant section in the help system. So let me see if I want help on TermLens. Click that, TermLens Help. And it will take you to the TermLens section of the help system. Oh, prompt's finished. Okay, so let's take a look. So what we've done is we've created a prompt that we're going to use to translate this project. So prompt start, let's take a look at it. Translation prompt, role, technical domain, translation, mandate. This looks like a very good prompt. There's a system prompt inside Supervertaler for Trados that helps create these prompts. So I've been tweaking this. So look at this. And if you like what you see here, and what we're speaking of, well, that we're in the chat window now. That's where the prompts get shown. So we were in the batch operations tab, but it switches to the chat window, which is where all the stuff happens, all the communication happens. So if you like the prompt, you right click on the prompt and you say save as prompt. It will name it your project. You just click save. And now it will be available in the prompt library, which is here. To the prompt library, it saved it right here. This is the one we were just looking at. This is the one we're going to use. It's also saved it on disk so in the Supervertaler prompt library. You can look at them on your computer as well. Okay, so we're going to use this one. How do we do that? We go to the project we want to translate, and we say translate. Then we just select it. It will appear here because it was just created. Hopefully, yeah, there it is. So we select that one, the one that we just created, and then we just click translate. And now it's going to translate our project with the prompt we just created. It tells you what model it's using. You can change that. There's Claude models, Gemini models, OpenAI models, and local LLMs as well. So it's actually translating it right now using Claude Sonnet 4.6 using the prompt we just generated. It's a shame there's no tags here because it handles tags perfectly. So if there's tags in your source, they will be put in the right place in the target. Okay, so now it's translated the whole thing. That's all done. I can also quickly show you a couple other things. If you go to the settings, which can be accessed from here, you'll see we are in AI settings here. So I'm using Claude, and I use this one. I have various other ones, Claude, highest quality, fast, recommended. But I could also have used OpenAI. I could have used Gemini, Grok, or I could have used local. Oh, I haven't actually tested this one yet, but so here's the local, and also this laptop isn't strong enough for these. You need a pretty powerful laptop for the local models. Get back to my favorite for everything is Claude Sonnet 4.6. Here's the TermLens settings, by the way. You can select which ones are shown. So if I get rid of the multi-term one, so no longer read, then it's only blue, which is my built-in ones that are being used. I can go back and reselect it. And so I'm using a project term base, which I have selected as a project term base, by the way, and a background. There's a difference here. Project term bases are special. So if I want to, let's say I want to, let's add a term. Methodology. And then we'll do, so you can do it by the dialog. You can quick add it to the project term base. This is all with keyboard shortcuts as well. Or you can add it to the background one, or you can do a non-translatable. We'll do it to the project term base. And as you can see, it's pink to stand out, so it's a project term base. Stop it. Yeah, so I think that's the basics, really. We have a lot of other things still. We have a proofread function, which I won't go into now because the video will get too long. But you can run proofreading on your project, and then in the reports tab, well, the reports tab gives you reports on everything you do, basically. You can also just, like here, I generated a prompt. You can copy all of it shows what the system prompt was that was used. It shows the response. You can copy them all out as markdown. But if you run proofreading, the proofreading results will show up here in reports, and every one of there'll be a whole bunch of different items that you can click on. And if you click on a proofreading item, it'll take you to the relevant segment, and you can also click them away like a QA system. Oh, and also the reports also tell you how much you spent on each thing. So I think that's pretty much the basics there. So yeah, if you're here, you would just say try it, see what happens. Try it, and you download one of the releases, so you need the plugin. Oh yeah, and if you're in the program and you want to buy it, you would go to the help menu, about, and then you'd say license. Let's see. Oh, no, there. License. Buy a license. And it takes you to the checkout thing. So you can choose, oh, I want only the TermLens window, so the terminology stuff, or I want both the TermLens and the Supervertaler assistant. Oh, and one thing we could do quickly before I finish, which is the chat. This is very, very powerful and interesting. Let's say, so we're using the chat now for the prompt, but you could ask it anything. If you're translating a multi-file project, for example, you could ask it like stuff like, what document is my current segment in? And it will literally tell you because it has knowledge of the whole project. You could say, let's see if we can ask it something. You can also do things with something called Quick Launcher, which is if I press Control Q, see if I can, there it is. If I press Control Q, this pops up. And these are all prompts these are prompts in the prompt library that you can run. So I can say, assess how I translated the current segment. Click that, and it will run a prompt which is assess how I translated the current segment. And I hope I didn't. No, it's a quick one. So it says the translation is accurate, blah, 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 all sorts of stuff. You can ask it anything you want in this chat window. If you spend a lot of time going back and forth between ChatGPT Online or Claude or Gemini and MemoQ or Trados, you can now do it all here. And you can also attach files. So you can attach pretty much anything you can do at ChatGPT. You can even copy and paste an image in. So if I had made a screenshot of something, you can just do Control V and it would paste it right in here. And then you can say, look at the picture I just gave you, and it will have the knowledge of your full project. Okay, I think this has gone on long enough. I think I've shown the basics now. So yeah, feel free to download it and try it out. And if you have any questions, you can contact me. Hopefully this will appear using the support email address.